Hello.
Hello, Abhilesh. Hello, Mr. Abhilesh.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, sir. Thank you so much. Good morning, first of all, and we are glad to have you here today, in spite of your
Very
busy
good morning.
schedule. Thank you for showing up, and you're great to have you here today. And so,
Pleasure is mine.
thank you so much, sir. So, sir, I'm Rachel Mahapatra, and I'm currently interning at LWT Academy, and here we are with a team of nine. Women, I'll say, the women team of nine from our LWT Academy, and we are an educational tour company based out of Kolkata. And
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest among us today. That is Mr. Abhilesh Gupta, who is the co-founder of Ayurhythm, and he was like we can see him on the Shark Tank India season 1, and it was wonderful seeing your product. It was so new and it was so much holistic, as you say it, in terms of our Indian culture as well. So, with your
Absolutely.
permission, sir, can we begin the interview?
Absolutely. Let's
Thank
go
you
ahead.
so much. So the first thing I really want to ask you is, in Shark Tank India, you said that you reduced your weight a lot, like you were something 100 and plus, and then you had a remarkable journey of reducing your weight down. But then it was very difficult for you to maintain your weight. And that is where your app, that is the Ayurhythm, came in help to you. So we would all like to know what were the issues that you faced with the traditional way of maintaining the health, and how did Ayurveda help you out in that?
So, when you take a journey of weight management, the issues that everybody faces, and that is what Apple and Google's also realized, is the sustainability. Basically, you can't sustain. What happens is you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to do this, and you start this with a lot of vigor, and everything. And 1st January you start, and 30th January, by then you're done with your gymming and you're running, you're cycling, and everything, right? Because it's not easy to keep up. And somehow wellness and fitness is, people confuse these two things. The ones who are fat also are not unwell. You cannot say that you are unwell. So so my my struggle with weight management was, of course, initially I had to reduce weight because I had gone to 108 odd kgs. So I started with my food management, first of all, diet management. And because if I did something really aggressive, it would have impacted my knees. And then with that, I got into bit of running, then started running little more. Then I got into cycling. I did cross countries, long distance cycling. Then I got into running marathons, ultra marathons, and everything I did. But then weight management, I mean weightlifting and yogas. But the problem was, since I had a goal, so I was very clear that I have to reduce this 30-35 kgs of weight. So I was trying to keep up, but I was always, getting tired, every morning, 2-3 hours of riding and everything. So it came to a point where I found it to be, not possible, not can't really continue this. Sustainability was actually going away. So I was looking at solutions. What is it that, uh, do you know that 95% people actually drop out of anything that they start, especially when it comes to weight management? Some will last for 6 months, 9 months, or a year, but then after the second year, they'll again drop out. They'll again go back to their original shapes and size. So we were looking at something. So Ayurveda, it's a 5,000 years old health science, has these solutions for us. So okay, it gives you several ways of managing your weight. It does not talk necessarily about weight reduction, but it does give you the ways by which you can actually be healthy. If you are a person who likes to eat, fine, go ahead and eat, but do these yogas at the same time. If you are a person who doesn't want to exercise at all, fine, you can do this by the change in your food, nutrition, and diet, right? So, or meditation, or there are herbs, or so there are several ways by, and everything. Ayurveda's beauty is, it starts from your kitchen, it starts from our homes, it starts from our parents. Everybody knows something about it. So it is something that, okay, I'm tired of, controlling my diet. Now I'll go to yoga. I'm tired of doing yoga. I can take some natural herbs now. So there are these choices that you can sustain. So that was the main motive for me to start this Ayurveda. And then Ayurveda was a deep tech technology that, being an engineer, we were intrigued, and then we created this solution.
That is great, Abhilesh. I feel we all know how difficult it is to reduce weight at the first place, and then again maintaining it has always been a headache. Like I have myself tried a lot to reduce my weight in different ways, but then I am someone, as you said, I do not hit a gym. So I try to find some other ways of doing it and cutting out oil and all these fast food from the diet and trying to maintain a healthy diet. And every time we see that, every time we eat something that is healthy and that is actually made out of our kitchen, out of our home, we always tend to
Absolutely.
feel much more better in terms of energy as well. There is always a positive and a filth in the very fast good thing
Yeah,
that happens within our
absolutely.
body as well. So coming to the next question, and this is a bit I don't know. We'll see to that how you respond to this. Is like in this modern world, as you know, the world is very much moving towards the allopathy and the homeopathy. In this time, how do you convince your people, like your customer, to follow your product, which is an Ayurvedic product? It is a 5,000-year-old, but then uh, talking about the Gen Z or the youth mentality, they want science to be backed up with it. And we still know that Ayurveda got no proper certification board. But then, as you said, that you got all these certificates from all these big Ayurvedic herbal like hospitals and wellness centers and all. But then is it easy to convince the customers to go forward with this approach, or is it still very difficult for them to be instilled with this year old path or journey of Ayurveda?
So, Dijal, before we all had the same doubt before we started. And this project was started for about 6 years ago, pre-pandemic. And we did a survey, monkey survey. We wanted to actually find out who's our TG, target group. And we created some 10 odd wellness related questions. Allopathy versus this, what is Nadi Pariksha? How do you think, whether you take a Ayurvedic way of being well healthy, or allopathic way, or all of these 10 odd questions. Response that came to us, and we had taken about 600 odd subjects. Response that came to us were all the people were above the age group of 35. So I'm answering your question in parts. Uh, and that's how accordingly we started designing our product. When we launched in August 2020, the product, till today we have close to 1 million downloads, and you'd be shocked to know that 70% of our users, or the people who have downloaded the app, are between the age group of 15 to 40. Gen Z, millennials, uh, gadget friendly, they love their gadgets, uh, can pay if they see the value. If the product is validated, they can pay. That's the first part of the answer. The second thing is, in this world of allopathy and homeopathy, how do we don't push Ayurveda. Ayurveda is not something that you push. Ayurveda is complementary. Ayurveda can be integrated. I'll give you an example. The first validation that we did of our solution was done in the largest chain of cancer hospitals in India. It's called HCG Cancer Hospitals, and we did this in their integrative oncology department. Now, integrative oncology department is something which was set up by about 25 years ago by these people. And in India, when you talk about mixing different disciplines of medicine, it's largely Ayurveda. 90%, 70, 80, 90% it is Ayurveda. So we used about 600 odd subjects also there to do our study. And what they've been doing in that integrative oncology department is that, see, cancer patient after the treatments given, especially when the chemotherapy is given, due to chemical imbalance that is created because of these medicines, the patient feels nauseated, irritated, sleepless, restless, can't talk, irritated all the time, and appetite goes down. And I'm sure all of us know about this experience. That's when they complement the ongoing treatment with the help of Ayurveda. while the Western treatment is still going on, they would complement this with some change in food, nutrition, and diet. They would mix some herbs within that treatment. They would add some, yoga asanas or pranayams or meditations. So it's a beautiful complementary science, science of medicine that we have, Ayurveda, and uh, uh, it is getting its recognition worldwide now. India alone last year, $18 billion is not small. US is getting about $16 billion is not small. So it's fairly large space, fairly large ground there for everybody to come in and play. And we are not challenging any other medicine. The discipline of medicine here. We're all saying that okay, fine. This is another option you have, and this option, if you see and I would not make very strong statements here, but if you see, there is a very clear difference between disease management versus treatment and cure. Cure and management, management means you are maintaining a disease for a longer time. If you are a diabetic patient, right, you would take that insulin, and the day you don't take it, you have problem, and the doses will keep on increasing on it. So you are maintaining your disease by other methods. Whereas in Ayurveda, it does have cure possibilities there. So I'm not claiming or making large claims. The third part of the answer is what we've done is with Ayurveda, with the million downloads that we have, we track about 70 odd health parameters. And right now, we are the only company in the world which has 30 million Ayurvedic digital data points. Now, this is huge sample sizing that we have. Any data that you collect or analysis that you do is used by three categories largely. One is for the academia. Academia means I'm talking about all the universities or the government bodies that are involved, whereby we do studies, we publish the outcomes, and we establish the evidence. We validate, yes, this works. That's one part. The second part goes to the industry. It could be wellness resorts, or it could be the herbal product manufacturers, Ayurvedic product manufacturers, there where we give them clear guidance with the data. The third is for the consumption of a consumer, which is you must be reading in the newspapers, every day something about Ayurveda, or once in a week a health page will come and they'll write Ayurveda says this, do this, and this is the result. This is the 50,000 people. This study was carried out, or we collected 50,000 people's data, and this was the outcome. So this is how we are also trying to establish. So we are very happy to have been able to garner this much of data and help Ayurveda, Ayurveda grow through Ayurveda. So I think I've answered all the questions that you had.
Yeah, beautifully, I'll say, frame the answer in such a way that we all can actually get a lot of it. And as you said, I feel data in this day is the most powerful thing you can ever get. And collecting so much of data would, of course, be a very good future asset for you and your company as well. So moving on to the next question. Currently, as we know, iRhythm is a app that is there. So what are your marketing strategy currently, like you are pursuing for growth of your business, and what are the strategies you're looking forward to pursue in the near future?
So you're talking about monetization revenue streams, basically. So what we've done is three ways we're trying to monetize. One is digital content, subscriptions, personalizing the content for people. For that, we are working with large mobile manufacturers like Samsung's, Apple's. We're directly working with Google also now, where we are creating use cases for weight management and different use cases, disease management, weight management, and all that. So that's one way of, and we are starting our monetization now. We wanted to initially garner as much as users as we can have, making sure that people know more about it first, instead of telling them to pay for this service or that service. So that's one way of monetization where digital content is in the play. The second thing what we've done is we've created Sahaj Nadi Yantra, Sanai we are calling it in short. Sanai is basically in Sanai what we've done is excuse me. In Sanai what we've done is we have repurposed the existing oximeters, and now using an oximeter, the data will flow into the app. We've created a separate app. We're calling it Sanai app. for doctors. So it's sort of a stethoscope for Ayurvedic doctors. See, Ayurvedic doctors assessment starts from finding out the dosha balance or imbalance first. So we created this device. We made it very cheaper. So, and this is the same thing which will go into the shops or stores or everywhere. See, I'll give you an example. Today you go into Patanjali has about 19,000 stores in India. Now you, me, or any one of us, when we go to Patanjali, we know everything inside is natural, herbal, good, but we don't know which product to actually pick for myself, right? We're always confused. The guy standing at the counter is also a franchisee. He also doesn't know what to give to you. So, and either there has to be a doctor in between, or you should have a prescription or a purcha in your hand, right? And so you go give that, and he takes out those 2, 3 products and gives it back to you. Imagine a kiosk being set up there, where there is a tab, there is an oximeter attached to it. You answer a few questions. It's like airport check-in, and keep your finger on the oximeter for 30 seconds. And it immediately displays all the products suitable to your body type basis, your Prakriti, Vikriti, the existing, the inherent balance of your doshas versus the current imbalance of your doshas. And it starts to display that. So that's second, and then yoga practitioners and all that. So that's where we're deploying Sanai for monetization. It's a hardware part. The third is what we've done is we've come up with our own product line. Please do try that. We are calling it Rasayans. It's beauty and personal care products. See, the Ayurveda, so first principle of Ayurveda is it is personalized science. It's personalized health science. Everybody is different. This is the beginning of Ayurveda. So, but in the market, if you see, everything is for everyone. One pill for all kinds of solutions are available. Ayurveda doesn't support that. So what we've done is we've created this science products where after the assessment is done, the product will be customized to you as per your body type, your inherent balance of your doshas in your body. The second thing what we've done is we've created an app experience. So today we buy so many products, herbal products and all that, and they all go and sit in our dressing tables or toilets and where not. So suppose you bought a skincare combo from me. You bought an oil, a cream, and a serum, suppose. 8 p.m. in the evening, it will tell you, hey, apply your oil that you bought from us. Next day morning, it will tell you, wash it off. After 2 days, it will tell you tonight is the night for using the serum. So I am helping you using creating that user schedule properly. So, and that is something that we're trying to. So this is the third monetization method, and this is personalized, including the fragrances are personalized basis of Tatvat in this product. So these are the 3 ways that we're trying to monetize or create our revenue streams.
I see. So you're basically the Rasayan, the customization or the Sanaya that you said is more like a hand-in prescription for someone who wants to buy a product entering after the store and they're confused. There's a very user-friendly and help them at least pinpoint of exactly what the problem is and what they should get rather than just going by mere words and word of mouth. That is nice. That's actually really helpful. Like my father is also into Ayurveda a lot, and he does not prefer allopathy. He either goes for Ayurveda or he will go for homeopathy. And since my childhood, I've always been in this dilemma because my mom is poles apart. But then I've always seen this dilemma. But then, as you said, Ayurveda is not something else. It is like coexisting in the same place where we all have all the medicines, and there has to be a balance between everything. It can help you with that, but you need not just stop anything else. As you said, you're not trying to push away any of the other medical practices. That is very good. So one more question is, we saw you at the Shark Tank, and you got an offer by the boat company of getting founded. And so what was the experience like? Like, what is your business before and after Shark Tank? And what is your current update with the boat collaboration that was finalized?
So current update I can't comment on because there's conflict of interest and several other things in the play, because we're also working with Samsung and Apples and everybody else. But the experience part was wonderful. In fact, we had never seen the camera before. So we were called in the month of October in Bombay for 5 days. First 3 days was our training of the. So if when you hear that Shark Tank is concocted or nothing, the only first 3 minutes pitch that when you enter the tank and when you speak, That's what you are trained on. The rest of the conversation for hour or hour and a half is in between you and the sharks. And sharks are not aware who you are. There is no prior information given to them also. And you may know that, these are the sharks sitting inside, but there is no connection, or there is no concoction or anything there going on. So, we were made to learn this. We used to go to the studios every day, and there were several teams that had come in. And yeah, it was a wonderful experience for us, facing the cameras for the first time. You go blank when actually, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cameras are, all at you, and you have to speak a script that you've been practicing for 3 days, 4 days, and you just lose out. You just completely go blank. So that was also first time experience for us. So we used to practice, for an entire day. And then in the evening, the production director, she used to come and she used to, okay, everybody come one by one and pitch. And we used to go completely blank, because then they will create the entire scene there, all the lights and, all the cameras, and people are walking around you, and you have to speak. So it was a first time experience for us also, but wonderful experience. Amazing team is what I would say. Very highly committed professionals at Sony Live. That team there, amazing. I mean, and the coordination and everything is wonderful. It's an experience that every entrepreneur should or must have once in a lifetime.
That we can absolutely see, and we all know the kind of stage fear we all have when lot of cameras and all. It's always a blank mind, and you do not know how to pursue. So how your business got affected? Like, was there a very steep
Yeah.
growth?
Oh yeah. So I'll tell you what happened with us. So sometimes some things come to you with positivity and probably with negativity also. 9:30, I remember the show started in the night. And I'm getting all these WhatsApp calls and messages, and everything is happening. And 9:40, our servers crashed. 150,000 people logged in to download the app, and everybody was trying to get the OTP. See, we were a small startup till then. We had only one server, and we were going our own way. We had 130 or 30, 40,000 downloads. A month went into this. Everybody came around, including Googles of the world, or Amazon web services of the world. Everybody, all consultants, everybody come. But when something goes wrong, it goes wrong, and then it will keep on going wrong till you actually find a solution. It took us about a month's time. Our ratings went down. We were at 4.7 something, and by 11 o'clock in the night, we were at 1.8 rating, because people were getting frustrated. They were just down rating us. And about 8,000 odd people, commented on the app, on the rating. So we lost our sleep, everything. But the good part was we got about 400,000 downloads, organic downloads, post Shark Tank show. So yes, it has helped us. And then, people keep watching even today, the show, and we do get that help. So I'll tell you what, the generally health apps and all, CAC is around 100 rupees, 150 rupees, the customer acquisition cost. We've been lucky at iRhythm. Our customer acquisition cost is 15 rupees even today. So 70 to 80% of downloads that we have is all organic. It's word of mouth, or via a show or a talk like this with people. So it's been absolutely wonderful post the show for us.
I feel it is the dedication towards the Ayurveda that have made them, directly go to the Play Store and download your app. And it is lovely hearing, like, the negative side of it as well. Like, being a small startup, you definitely did not have that much of technology to handle so much of customer, so much of pool of attraction at once. It must be a very mixed feeling that you're overwhelmed that you got too much customer, but then again, because of the crash down part. So we
I
have
spoke to personally, I picked up the phone, spoke to at least 2,500 people myself. Please, sir or ma'am, download the app again, check it again. Now everything is working. Can you please reconsider? I cannot ask honestly that, change my rating and all that, because that is illegal, that is influencing. But I just wanted to make sure that people have that experience, and many people came back and changed their minds, understood, what this is all about, understood also with very cooperative that yes, they had issue, they are a small company, and things can go wrong. And OTPs are not coming means not coming. I can't really go and do anything about it there. So people realized little later, and then everything was sorted for us. Today, I think we are rated at about 4.3 or something, which is a big, huge jump in the
From
rating.
from 1.5 or 3 to 4.7 in such a short period of time is really good. And it was also so, customer friendly. I feel customer getting the attention that they deserve is like, you personally calling them and saying that is, of course, a very big plus point towards the customer that, what, we're getting a call from the company and they're asking us to bring that. It's a very personalized experience. Again, as you said earlier, Ayurveda
It
is
is, yes.
individual to everyone. You cannot just generalize anything with this. And there's one more last question from my side is you, like all your co-founders, you three were engineers and you were working for a period of time. So how was the transition from, the service or the not from an entrepreneur background to this? And did you face any cash crunch during the period of time as well? And
Absolutely.
how did you manage it as a startup?
So I'll tell you, first year we were only bootstrapping. First year and a half, we were, even traveling expenses and all that we used to bear ourselves. And then in the October 2019, we got selected into Lumos Health Accelerator, which was started by HCG chain of cancer hospitals and Entil Ventures. It's a micro VC fund based out of Hyderabad and Singapore. And we were one of those 6 international startups that got selected into that accelerator. And that's when HCG actually put in $100,000 in us, which was roughly 70 lakh rupees in Indian rupees at that time. So 70 lakh rupees we got. Next funding was just before the Shark Tank. So year and a half, we ran our company with 70 lakh rupees, developed the MVP, minimum viable product, developed all the yogasana, pranayam, kriya, mudra, meditation, videos, audios, or text or pictures, whatever you see, personalized foods and everything is all developed in-house by us. We have shot all those videos. So we created all that, filed for our patents, got about 130 or 1,000 downloads within that 70 lakh rupees. So, and you never knew that, when next money is going to come. And so yeah, it's always experience that you have, good wonderful experience that time. Actually, for us, three of us, the something which plays in our favor also is the experience that we've had in the past of running big companies, big operations and all that. I used to run a company where we had few thousand employees as a CEO. So I always knew that this might come all of a sudden, and we have to manage. So it's part and parcel of being a founder, and this is or an entrepreneur, and this will happen to each one of you when you start something. And I wish you do.
Definitely, it is a great lesson from you that, how can we fit on with a small budget of 70 lakhs and yet provide with something really good. So as we are Indian and, jugaad is something that we all do. कम पैसों
Absolutely,
में सबसे ज्यादा फायदा हमें ढूंढना पड़ेगा. So
absolutely.
we have some questions from our team members. So the first question is from Ananya, and she's asking, who is your target audience, and what do you what do you see as the biggest market opportunity for your product? Along with that, what kind of feedback have you received so far in terms of your early users?
Positive. The last part first. The positive feedback. People are including the ones who are associated with this very science. They're also very happy that we've been able to save a dying art of health assessment. It's Nadi Pariksha is something which is going away. It cannot be taught. It's a very tough science. So what is Nadi Pariksha actually? So Nadi Pariksha is when the expert keeps his 3 fingers on your radial artery for 30 seconds, applies 7 levels of pressure, reads into 7 health parameters, different health parameters. That is your heart rate, systolic BP, diastolic BP, pulse pressure, HRV, rhythm, arterial stiffness, and pulse morphology. And then buckets them into Kaph Tattvat with your age, weight, height, and gender into consideration. All this is done in a minute's time. How do you teach that? One has to be very highly meditated in that state to be able to do this. And this is the whole thing that we've converted into a simple mobile based experience now today. So that's first part. TG part, I think I already addressed that. Your data drives your business. So our data says that from 15 to 40 is the target group that we should go after. Then we have created BPC products like I mentioned, hair care, face care, skin care, and for women a large category, breast care is where we are starting our product lines with. So that's very defined area for us, and Sanai for the doctors and industry. So that's how we are targeting.
Okay, so
Anything I missed out?
no, so you answered all of the questions. I feel Ananya got you all the answers. And the next question we have from Gayatri Raji. So she says, "Hello, sir. I come from Kerala, and you know how popular Kerala is for Ayurveda and treatments. Do you find a market there where it is already crowded? Also, who are your competitors?"
Kerala is where we are also manufacturing our products. It's made in a state in a city called Punalur, historic city, in a factory which is 100 years old, fourth generation of Ayurvedic doctors, very ancient cooking, very ancient cooking methods there, and very modern cuisine with them. I've been doing this for all these years and have been supplying these products to 35 odd countries. So that's where we are manufacturing. See, and we've just started tasting the waters. Like I said, we don't spend a lot of money on the CAC acquisition costs. So honestly speaking, the way we have designed the product and the entire experience on the app, so far, we have not seen anybody else doing the same thing, app-driven experience with the personalized products. But this is not a claim that I want to make. There might be few somewhere sitting, starting like us, where we have started. We just started, in the month of January, we launched this product line. So we still are a long way to go. Kerala, I know, Kerala is a tough market to beat, to be in. But do you know that the most expensive Ayurveda is in the state of Kerala in the world? If you want to access Ayurveda in Kerala, it is very expensive. But you come to my home state, where I am born and brought up, early days of my life, which is Rajasthan. So Ayurveda is not expensive, comparatively, or many other states of India, for that matter. Kerala is very tough market to crack, and because it's imbibed, the Ayurveda is imbibed in them. So we don't know what happens or what will happen. We are yet to see the final outcome. But as far as the competition is concerned, we are personalized products, right? We are giving you a driven experience. So I don't know how many other companies are doing that now. And see, anybody that you speak to about his product, those are very special to that person, right? That founder or that entrepreneur. So that's how we differentiate ourselves.
That is, you're right. So Kerala is always like whatever you said. I feel that all the questions are answered. And I also belong to a place from Odisha, and it's a Mayurbhanj district. And we have, I feel that is yet not utilized, but we have this very good Ayurveda. We have a lot of plants in the forests. And recently, I saw my father growing the black turmeric, and he was like, I was like, "What is it for?" And he was explaining it to me. So definitely, I'm also learning in this journey of what all these things are. And yes, you're right; they are expensive. They are really expensive when it comes to the original and the organic material. And
Absolutely.
yeah. So we have one more question from Shivangi Raj, and she is saying, "Are you promoting your product on social platform? If yes, then how much are you spending on advertisement?"
Not much, like I mentioned. We are we are money conscious people. We are very frugal approach we take to spending when it comes to spending money. But we do have agencies and people working for us who are actually talking about our products on the social media platforms. Largely, I'll tell you, we have about 6 to 8,000 users hitting our app every day. So that's the place where we should be talking about our products. So that's where we're talking about our products more. And we have started in a very tiny way, very small way. We don't have hundreds and thousands of these products sitting with us at the moment. Everything that we've created is probably 200 bottles, 500 bottles, 1,000 bottles, 50 bottles, like that we've done right now. So we are happy with the talking to our existing users. Then going after somebody we don't even know as yet. And yes, of course. And the another thing that what we try to address is the prices. You would find our prices to be very attractive, half the market price. of everything that you go and see in the market with the personalized experience and everything that I talked about.
I feel you will attract your customer pool a lot with those strategies of advertisement, yet
That's the
getting them
strategy.
known first. That is a very good.
That's
So
the strategy.
there's one more last question from my side is like, what is like one piece of advice that you would like to give to the entrepreneurs and coming future entrepreneurs or the enthusiasts like us, like few of us want to pursue startups in the future? What is that one piece of advice that you want more than give to us?
No, it's the same thing. Whether you get into a job, you become an entrepreneur or anything. First of all, you should believe in, see, ours is a deep tech product. We believed in our science. We believed in what we had created. And we were very sure this is something nobody has else done. And we are doing something very different. So we had that faith in our product. A lot of times in between, 6 years is a long time, and from the positions that we were all coming, it was very difficult to not earn anything and keep on doing something. So first of all, if you have faith in what you're doing, in your product or idea or whatever that you come up with, stick to it, slog. There's only a bottom, and we've all seen the bottoms, right? You can't, nobody can dig the, further down and, bury you there. So slog, keep networking. That is also a very important part. Try and be at every place where you can show your product or your face. That's an advice. Try and be part of, all the government of India's is a fighter plane flying. Okay. Try and be at government of India's all these programs are there. DPIIT is running many programs. There are many incubation centers, many accelerators. But the first thing is you should believe in your product or idea that you've created, and be seen as much as you can. Be seen, be talkative, talk about your product, believe in your, and again, so strongly you should be talking about your product that there's nothing better than this. So that's the positive advice that I can give to everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. And I feel your conviction towards your belief has led iRhythm to be in this height today. And we all wish that we can have that much of conviction. And in future, if you want to pursue something with that much of dedication, we can go and earn that. And it was
Absolutely.
lovely talking to you. It was so enriching experience. We learned a lot more about iRhythm and iRhythm today. We would
Thank you.
definitely suggest it to people and also try us ourselves and go towards this more healthy approach towards life. And
Please.
that is what I would say. It was lovely having you today here. So thank you so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, sir.
Thank you. Bye.